Well, everybody, you might be wondering where we have been for a little while. Well, I will tell you. Facebook, I don't know why, deleted our Will Puppets page. I have asked them why. They haven't told me why yet. I don't know what we did wrong or if we did anything wrong at all. But anyway, that's a story. We do have a Will Puppets group. So if you look up Will as in W-E-A-L Puppets, you'll find our group. Join us on there. So if I've shared this on your page and it's not allowed to be there, or it shouldn't be there, my apologies, and more than welcome, just don't accept it or delete it, and let me know, and I'll put a mark next to that, and I won't post it there. It's the only thing I think I could have done wrong, you see, so trying to cover me bases. So anyway, with that said, let's do a little catch up. Now, for those that have been following, we've been doing the Animatronic Eyes, which are looking really good there. This is the logo of the guy that created the STL file for the actual, you know, frame and this, that and the other. And I can't remember his name right now, but it's posted in one of my posts, his name. So we'll have a look at that. Maybe if I can, I'll post it in this post as well. So they're coming on nicely, the remotes and stuff. But I'm trying to make as many manual eyes and things as we can. You know, because motors sometimes get expensive, they can be noisy, getting the right battery packs to last and stuff, which we kind of are on top of actually. It's looking really good. But let's take a look at Turtle, shall we? Remember we were doing the Turtle. So we've given him a purple skin. Not quite the way I was going to go, but it's what we had in the building, and he's our prototype. So let's have a look. Now, here he is so far, okay, our purple turtle. So let's just take a look. Here he is, okay. La! He's looking much better. And of course, we've got his blinking mechanism going on here, which is quite simple, quite easy. He's got no eyelids on yet. Just wanted to show you kind of what's going on. It's just a weight system. On our other video, you'll see I took his head open and showed you the inside. So there it is. What I'm going to do with this one, we could have it inside here like it is now, okay? But I'm going to bring it down here so we can control it with the rods that control his flippers, you see. So we can pull it and he'll blink when we pull it like this. You know what I mean? Okay? So that's the plan, because it's only a blinker. His eyes aren't moving in different directions, but we are looking at that. I'm going to show you some exciting stuff about that in a moment. So here he is so far, and I've got to put his eyelids on, which I'll be doing maybe in a minute, actually. But before we do, let's look at his body so far as well. Here's his body on the table. So as you can see, we've got his little flippers ready. Here he is. If we come and have a look at him from the front here, we'll see how he's starting to look. I think he's starting to look pretty cool, okay? Now remember, his head will be able to go inside. He'll be able to pop up. His flippers aren't connected yet, because I'm not sure if I'm going to have them movable or puppet rods or whatever. But we're going to make a little rock, a foam rock, that kind of just sits under him. So he's got his feet over it like this, his flippers, you know, and we make his flippers be able to move and whatnot. And that'll just give a nice angle for puppet work for cameras. Okay, for puppet work for cameras. Now, if it's a vent puppet, I'm not sure if his fins will stay in. Let's try, well, that one's fell out. But if he's a vent puppet, then you've kind of got him like this, you see? You know, so we're excited about him. He very possibly, if he works out well, may be available to the public. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, there he is with his weighted iMech, just a blinking iMech. We're going to put the eyelids on. Now, the eyelids, for those of you wondering, because fitting iMechs, different iMechs, sometimes you need a support in. You know there's a small support in here, which is that bendy just bendy pipe, okay, you see, plastic, so it's very light with an aluminium core or something like that. So that's the frame in his head which holds the pulley system, and then it's weighted, so there's no spring in this one, there's no motors or anything. So he's coming on really nicely, and don't forget we're looking for a name for our turtle. We've got a few, so keep them coming in. What did you say the name earlier? What did you say?
Terrapin.
Oh, Terrapin. Yeah, so we've gone from turtle to Terrapin, and Terrapin. So think of names like that, you know, turtle, Terrapin, but he's not a toy-toys. Yes, I'm from the UK, everybody. He's not a toy-toys, okay? We are thinking of making one of those. There's another thing that we're thinking of doing with our wheel puppets. We're thinking of making a one-eyed wheel puppet collection. So one-eyed monsters, one-eyed aliens, one-eyed humans, you know, so a whole world where they're all different, like we are, animals and people and creatures and things, except they all just have one eye. So we're looking at that now with an alien, first of all. Now here's the head that we've made so far. I haven't got finger supports in, so I can't control his mouth very well at the moment. There's a little metal frame here, ready for his one eye. All that is actually not, it's this, there we go. All it is some metal wire, okay, so nice and simple. And that's just glued into the foam there. Just gives it that nice little frame. Now what's that for? Well, that is for this single eye mechanism that we have here. Now this is actually quite beautiful design, because the eye can pop off. There's a little ball in here and clips onto that. You might wonder why it's flat on front. That's because it's going to have a glass, what do you call them? Chavon, I don't even know, but a glass little dome, so we can put the eye in there. And this eye movement, it can have 4 motors here that can slot in here, so it can be animatronic in that way. But I want to make them manual, and basically this one it'll blink. It'll be able to go look like this, and you know, different levels like that. It'll be able to go shock like that, and the eye itself will be able to move left and right and up and down. So that's the plan with that, and making it mechanical. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that by using these. Now you can buy brake cables that are already in the piping and whatnot, you know. But you just put the wire, and we bought some tubing. This is often for fish tanks and adding on the pumps and things like that. So that's the casing for the wire. And of course, up and down, push up and down, and it will move left and right, or it will move the eyelids open and closed, you know, this kind of thing. I'm going to put it on a controller, and this one will be, there'll be one for the blink, and the same one, depends how far you pull it to make him squint, and then it'll be one for pulling it to the right, one for the left. In fact, it'll be one for left and right. You pull it down and push it up. That will do left and right if I'm thinking correctly. And then one for up and down. So there'll be three finger triggers altogether. Blinking and squinting, left and right, up and down for the eye. So that's the plan. No motors, no batteries, no nothing. And with this kind of stuff, it should last a lifetime. So looking forward to getting that done. And then I still need to adapt this this STL file that we found. Again, not 100% who created this. I'm making some adaptations to it. I will find their name and add it to this sooner or later. Yeah, I need to make some adaptations to this. So basically, the wires are going to come in as little holes all here ready. We're going to clamp them on, and the holes in here and here. Okay, and they're going to come through and up and over. Okay, then they're going to come down the puppet, and where you're controlling the hands and arms, you'll also have this control. So don't forget, most of these kind of puppets are ideal for all movement, for 2 people to operate them, but one, of course, can for certain movements. Okay, so we're going to place a plate on here that is to the shape of the head, and that's going to be then solidly glued in to the shape of the head, cutting off the whole top of the head where the cables are, and the hand will come in underneath. So in this particular puppet, it will be something. It's a little bit tricky to hold in place at the moment, but it'll be something like that. I don't know if you can you see that? Yeah? You have to move his eye left, right, up and down, round and round kind of thing, and then he's blinking or squinting. So these are going to be our one eyes, all different sizes that we're going to make once I've made the adaptions or created our own STL file, but with that kind of basis. So the creator of that, I thank you very much. It's absolutely beautiful. With that said, we have been working on our scooter. Remember, this is our prototype. So we created the glasses ourselves and the eyes ourselves, and I created a CAD for those. We're just testing out different sizes. His mouth and his skin and his clothes, they're not finished, they're just our prototype, but it's certainly getting there. And then we've been looking at some new body shapes. This one is very, very simple. It's just taking your normal puppet body shape. Adam Krutinger. Adam. He has a free pattern of the simple body shape, and all we've done is we've just kind of given a waist. You know, so just to give it a little different definition and shape to the body, so when we fit the clothes we can actually fit them in and give our characters different body shapes, little fat bellies, little waists, breasts, you know, whatever we want to do. So I just find it's a better body shape, and that was using the original shape from Adam and just bringing it in a little bit. Somebody did also post, what if the shoulders aren't wide enough or rounded enough? For me and for us, we don't mind. We feel that that's pretty fine, pretty cool. But you could a pin. Wesley, this is your part of it really. Would I be right in saying if we wanted to round this shoulder off more, we'd bring a pin in here somewhere like that, wouldn't we?
Like a dot.
A dart. In somewhere here like that, and bring it together, and that will round off the shoulder even more. So have a play with that. You can always try it out with paper and stick the paper together, you know, if you don't want to be wasting your precious foam. So there we go. We are going to be looking at carving soon, some foam carvings, you know, for things like Gonzo, for example, although we don't make lots of replicas, but we do like to do some of them now and again. So for things like Gonzo, he's a carved Muppet head, you see. So we're going to be looking at some of that, and some great material out there that I saw recently, which was big car sponges, dirt cheap. You can stick them together, start carving them out. It's a lot less than going to buy that high dense foam from the actual upholsterers. If you can get nice big yellow or white, you can get black as well, but black is harder to paint or to colour in if you want to do that, unless you're going to skin it, of course. But if that's the case, then you might as well make one of these foam ones. So anyway, I've jabbered on long enough. I don't think I've missed anything. Have we missed anything? We've been having so much going on because I'm in the virtual world. For those that don't know me as the TV hypnotist and mentalist, So we're creating virtual shows all over the world and studios and training other magicians up to use that. And then of course I've got my clinic to run as well. So, but really enjoying the puppet building, and any questions, anything you want us to post or talk about, feel free to ask. I can't promise we'll do it, but if it comes up and I've got the time, I will certainly try and answer those questions or do a video on them. But for now, that's it. This is our Cyclops single eye that we're using for our single puppets. This is our turtle with his weighted eye blinking system. Just got to put his eyelids on, of course, put his little tongue in, maybe some little gums, you know, I don't know. And the body is coming on nicely. The shell is going to be a different colour, the underneath of the shell, different kind of skin, maybe some moss growing on it. And you've also met our kind of scooter kind of play around with that we're working on, and seeing how we can do this different ways before we finish him and crack on with him. But I think that's it. I think that's it. You've seen our new body. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to leave you at that. Have a superb rest of the weekend, and I will see you soon. Ciao, ciao.